Okay, good afternoon, guys. We've got a few things to get through, and then we've got the coaching video. We'll open up for questions. I know there's a couple of questions coming, so a bit to get through. First of all, some milestones for this week. 50th game to Chris Peters, good umpire. Richard Williams, who's done it all in umpiring. He's doing a 100th Adelaide Footy League game. 200th game for Dale Clark, it was actually last week, but I forgot to mention it. And a big 600th for Andrew Roberts in the boundary. So well done to all you guys. Had an interesting afternoon last Saturday. First in a B grade men's game and then in a women's game. In the B grade men's game, we had a coach who's a bit renowned for being quite loud from the boundary. And while the comments weren't abusive, they were pretty continuous, and I got a bit tired of them. So obviously comments about umpiring, and essentially I stopped the game and called out to him just to stop the comments. Any more comments, I'd start paying free kicks. And the very next piece of play, the ball went out of bounds. The club boundary umpire called for out of bounds, and this coach wanted it out of bounds on the full, and he was gesturing and yelling for that free kick. So I thought there's my opportunity. Went in and paid a free kick, and didn't hear from him for the rest of the game. And in the women's game for the first half, this particular coach was really loud. Similarly, just spectating. Really, it wasn't acting like a coach. He was wanting to have his say on umpiring decisions and not where his focus needs to be. So I didn't make a big spectacle of it like I did in the B grade men's game, but after half time I approached him and just had a polite conversation with him. He was really good. He appreciated the chat. I just said, look, it's really rubbing off on your players. Your team's players are the ones whinging, and you're not setting a good example. You need to be focusing on coaching, and appreciate it if you were conscious of it. And to his credit, he didn't make a comment at all in the second half. Players are much better behaved. Went up to him after the game. I just said, oh, well done, congratulations. It was great in the second half. And he said it was really hard. He's just used to spectating and making those type of comments while he's coaching. And so I think we've got a few of these coaches around. So obviously, if they're being abusive, there's straight away free kicks, and if it's over the top abuse, it can be you can report it, and we can take those type of actions. But when it's just really loud, constant, regular umpiring comments, as I said, it really rubs off on the players. So I've spoken to John Kernahan about it, and he's more than comfortable with the approach. If you think it's a regular thing that the coach is doing in your game, and it's having a negative impact on the players on the field, you can either personally communicate with him respectfully, politely, clearly that he or she needs to cut it out. And if they don't, then you can start paying a free kick. Or you can take that message through the matchday official if you don't feel comfortable about speaking to the coach directly. I don't want you overreacting, and just because we get a one comment made by a coach that you don't like, questioning a decision, that we start jumping down their throat and paying free kicks. But if it's regular, ongoing, and they've clearly got a pattern of behaviour that needs to be corrected, it's better that you deal with it on the day than approaching me through the week. So just I'll put it in the notes, but just summarising what I said just then. If the comments are not abusive but not setting the right example, and it's regular, impacting on player behaviour, warn the coach that they need to stop doing that. And if the comments continue, free kicks can be paid. And just let me know during the week with an email about any such instance, so I can follow it up. And I just think the coaches have a responsibility in setting the right example. And it's amazing the difference on Saturday in the two games I did between the first half and the second half. Any comments or questions on any of that? Okay, let's see how it goes. I don't want you overreacting, but at the same time, if you're realizing that that it's on, a coach is not setting the right example and it's ongoing, let's take some action on the game day. All right. A few other points. I'm going to put it in the notes, but been approached by Dr. Sam Elliott, who's a senior lecturer in sport, health and physical activity. He's asking for help in completing a survey regarding umpires' perspective on parental behaviour in youth sport. Fairly topical, consider what happened recently. A flyer I'll put in the email, and I'll put Sam's email address. If you can help him out, shouldn't take much of your time up. It'd be really appreciated. Umpires Association have a few things to make you aware of. This week's training sessions the first Wednesday of the month. So the Umpires Association is providing food and drinks after training. This week it's hot dog and a drink for $5, so good value there. The end of season presentation dinner is all set for Saturday, October 9th. It was to be at the Playford Hotel, but the Playford Hotel is being used as a media hotel for COVID-19 quarantine purposes. So we've been made aware that it's no longer available. We don't really want to be going there at the stage. Umpire Association done really well to secure an alternative venue. It's a John Halbert room at the Adelaide Oval for the same day and the same price. Limited tickets available. There is a cap on the amount of people we can have in the room, so make sure you're getting quick. I'll provide the link in the coaching notes to get sent out. You can now book. And just on Umpire Association matters, make sure that you sign up as a member if you haven't yet done so. It's expected that all training umpires are members, and if you want to be eligible for a grand final end of the year, you must be a paid up member. So if you haven't yet done so, I'll put the link in the notes. And the last thing I want to mention, we've had some good feedback from the Zoom meetings we've had with Curtis DuBois and Lee Housand. Next Monday night, we've got Eleni Gluftis, so that will be fantastic. So make sure you get on next Monday and hear from Eleni. Okay. Before we get on to the coaching video for tonight, any comments or questions from last weekend that anyone's got for me? I know there's a couple coming away.
Colin, can you hear me?
Yep.
What's our interpretation of throws in amateur league, particularly with the throw over the back and the with the hit? Strictly, that's a throw, but are we letting that one go?
Well, the definition of a handball is you're holding the ball in one hand and a clenched fist to the other. Now, sometimes that is hard. If they're putting it over the top and they get a fist to it, that is a handball. So
that's supposed to. Technically, the one hand's supposed to be still, isn't it?
Not necessarily. You can be moving your hand as long as the ball is in that hand, and then the other hand has to be a clenched fist. Now, to me, the throws are the least important free kick in the rule book. If you miss a throw, no one's going to lose any sleep over that one. So I would be saying to you, pay the obvious and blatant. Be sure that it's a throw when you pay it. If you can't see it, you can't see it. Don't start guessing, and certainly don't start overruling the other umpire if they don't see the throw and you think you have. As I said, least important free kick of the lot. And it comes back to the holding the ball interpretation. Sometimes if you haven't had a pro opportunity, you make an attempt, and the ball spills free, then it's play on. Now, the difference between that and having a prior opportunity and not getting a handball where it's holding the ball, or not having a prior opportunity and just dropping the ball, they're very fine lines. So that's a case of if you're not sure whether it's a throw or not, don't pay it. Make sense? I'm not saying don't pay them. I'm just saying make sure they're obvious and blatant. Anyone else? So, geez, we've got Andre on the line. I haven't got any comments or questions for Andre. What's going on? All right, let's cut to the coaching video. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to have a look. It's just a reminder, if you want to log on each Monday, I'll have it there for you to have a look at if you want to look at it before we get to the Zoom meeting. There's a few what's your decision free kicks to start with. Yeah. Just bear with me, it's nice and slow. All right, I'm assuming you can all see that. Yep. No?
No. No.
You can't see? Oh. All right, let's...
I can see Mike Raymond.
Yeah, we don't want to be looking at Mike Raymond. Let's have another go. Any better? I can see it.
No, I can't see it.
Oh, this is going well.
Yeah, I got it.
I can.
Yeah, I've got it.
I can see
Okay.
last time too.
Yeah, cool.
Maybe it's just Corey. All right.
Yeah, I've got it. Sorry, I've got it.
Okay, beautiful. Let's get going. All right. Corey, you can answer the first one.
Too high. Head high. Bang. Head high.
Oh, you've watched the video. All right. So, yeah, when you're talking about throws, as I said, people don't lose any sleep over missing a throw, but people lose sleep over missing free kicks like that. And so if you're not in the right position to see the ball player's head and shoulders and you miss a free kick like that, that's where the other umpire needs to come in and overrule if you miss something like that. Mike Raymond, you can do this one. All right, you got it, mate? All right, Jason Bury, jump in and help Mike out.
Yeah, I think it's a sort of unrealistic attempt slash maybe, you know, well, that's it basically. Yeah.
Yep.
He didn't really have a real go at the ball. He stopped the other guy from having a go at it and he didn't touch it.
Yeah, so that's, you've summed up the key ones there. Yeah, unrealistic attempt, doesn't touch the ball.
Didn't look at it either, Colin.
Takes the other player out by jumping early. So, yep. Mark Goods, welcome back, mate. You want to unmute yourself and you can have example number 3.
Yep. The player tried the fend off, got caught in a good tackle, so it's holding the ball.
Yep. Yeah. So a fend off, exactly right. Fend off is your prior opportunity because there is not a immediate handball kick, legal tackle. I had to look at that a couple of times to see whether the fend off was high. That is a possibility. I don't think it was from watching it a couple of times, but either way, you're paying a free kick against the player with the ball. So, yep, sums it up well. Chris Braum, your turn, mate. You want to unmute yourself and give us your thoughts on the next one? All right, what do you got to say? You got to unmute yourself first. No, you're still muted, mate. Hilly, come to the rescue.
Yeah, if you can hear me. Yeah, look, I'd be going holding the ball. I don't think we should let the boundary line influence our decision. Clearly, the event started inside the field of play, and if it was anywhere else on the ground, it would be holding the ball every day of the week. So, yeah, had prior opportunity, tackled, and didn't correctly dispose of it. So, holding the ball.
Anyone else want to have a different view on that one?
Add a 50.
Oh, 50. All right. My opinion is that it's a throw-in. And yes, it's holding the ball everywhere else, but at the end of the day, he is tackled across the line, and you can see as he tries to get a handball out, he's clearly over the line. So the out of bounds comes first.
Well,
So
what are we doing, Carl, with it?
Sorry?
What if it was high contact over the line?
Oh, high contact's different. It's a different situation.
As long as people don't.
High contact is wherever the play is. So if you see someone cop high after a goal, after the ball goes out of bounds, wherever, there's always going to be a high tackle free kick, no matter what it is. But a holding the ball, it has to be in play for it to be holding the ball. So
But the boundary umpire's whistle is the key. If the boundary umpire's whistle has come, but if it hasn't come, it's still in play.
No, it's not. It's not the whistle. It is when the ball goes out of bounds. So let's have a look again. Yeah. The only reason you'd pay a free kick here is if you're in the AFL and you'd be paying deliberate. So, right, he is tackled. He's taken 1 or 2 steps there, and the ball is now over the line.
Yeah, but you don't know that, Colin, from where you are.
Well, good point. Good point. But if you are clear that it's out of bounds, really, pretty much immediately as he's tackled, you pay the throw-in.
It's ball out of bounds though, isn't it? Not player. So that ball looks like it might be bouncing inward.
Hang on, the ball.
Oh no. Okay, throws out.
Yeah. Look, these days I'm never going to be critical of you paying a hole in the ball because we've changed our philosophy. So I'm not going to hang you for it. But at the end of the day, if you are clear that the ball has gone out of bounds in the motion of being tackled, just
sorry, mate.
Yep.
But he doesn't immediately dispose of the ball when he's first tackled, and he had prior opportunity.
Yep.
So our trigger
He's
there.
over the line.
But no, he's not. He's tackled when he's still in play. Has prior opportunity. He's tackled like 1.5 meters in. Does not immediately dispose of the ball. It's holding the ball because the ball. If I
was up on, I'd be calling for a throw-in. I'm not going to lose any sleep if you pay holding the ball.
Yeah, that's
coming back to the point before though is the difference between a high tackle and holding the ball is a high tackle is paid whether the play is within play. Holding the ball, it has to be in play. You have had to consider that's all happened before the ball's gone out of bounds.
Yeah, Colin, can I just add, it might not be a high tackle, it might be a prohibited contact where it's a late bump or something.
Yep.
We shouldn't be thinking that the boundary line has saved the person from, we can't award a free kick now because the ball's gone over the line. I think that's important.
So, but Hilly, if he's tackled right on the boundary line and then it's gone out, before he's had a chance to get rid of it, we're not paying holding the ball. But
I understand.
if he's kneed in the head, if he's pushed in the back, etc., then we're going to pay that regardless.
Yeah. So sometimes the line does save people from being pinged holding the ball, but as long as people don't think, well, the line is sacred and once it's out, well, we can't pay any free kicks. So.
No, but in this case, the hole in the ball decision needs to be made. If you think of it like Matt and you think he's had a prior opportunity and he hasn't immediately handled it before it's gone out, then you pay holding the ball. My opinion is that's too harsh for our level of footy. He's taken it just inside the boundary line. He's tackled over the line. I'll be paying that throwing. But it's a 50-50 call. And, we've gone to a place where if you pay a hole in the ball, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But yeah, the philosophy regarding it's quite a different scenario, holding the ball, as it is for prohibitive contact.
team rules. 50-50, pay the holding the ball.
Yes, you're right there, Matt. I still think we're calling for throwing.
A quick comment, Colin. Wouldn't the boundary umpire have blown the whistle for the ball being out of bounds as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they blow it after it's actually gone out.
Yeah.
You can't rely totally on the whistle.
Comment.
Look, we're going to be talking about this one all night. It's an interesting one. We're going to have 50-50 calls. It's not one that I'd be marking you wrong. If I was looking at this tape and you pay a hold on the ball, I'm not going to make you wrong. But what would I do? I'd be calling for a throw-in.
Colin, just quickly, if that was women's football, would that be last possession?
No, that would be a throw-in because he's tackled over the line. So he doesn't get the handball until over the line. Yeah, so that's women's is a throw-in.
Yeah, that's right. That there's no possession there whatsoever. It's just literally thrown out. So there's definitely a throw-in. Yep.
Yeah, but look, I'm when you say it's definitely a throw-in, that's what I would pay. I can see why others are saying they pay a hold on the ball. All right, let's move on. I think the fifth one we've already seen in a previous week. We've discussed it at higher levels. This would be a 50 or 25, but we only want it if it actually impacts on the play. Let's have a look at some ruck contest free kicks. Ruck contests are a bit like throws. I only want to see the obvious and blatant ones paid, but we have brought in that one in the last couple of years. If they cross the line and block the ruckman, then you pay a free kick. In this instance here, it's a bump and then going for the ball. So two actions, and he's put out of the contest. That's why free kick's paid. So arms around, can't contest the ball. Good free kick. So that arms around can stop a player going at the ball. So that's where you want to pay ruck contest free kick. Obvious and blatant. I think it's Tom Bryce who made his debut yesterday. Clear push in the back. And this is why Tom's one of the better umpires around. You can see how quickly he moves out from the ruck contest. And if you get out from a ruck contest quickly, you have a better view. So what's the ruckman's focus? You're not paying a free kick for just looking at the other ruckman, but it can be a trigger about what they're wanting to do. So in that instance, he wasn't going for the ball. He was trying to put the other ruckman out of the contest. Playing the first free. So clearly over the shoulder there of the Sturt ruckman. Again, the better umpires will back out quickly from those ball ups. Andrew Crosby, one of our umpires now. So jumping early, unrealistic attempt, just like a marking contest. Doesn't touch the ball. So just what I was saying before, put space between you and the contest with urgency. So running back quickly gives you a better view of the contest. You can see those free kicks. Ruckman was put out of the contest with illegal contact. So the rule that's been changed in the last couple of years, if you take it out of the ruck, just like around the ground, you must have a reasonable chance. Let's have a look at that one again. So a couple of years ago, this would have been holding the ball. It would have been considered you've done your proper opportunity. It's now been changed to be just like anywhere else around the ground. He takes it out of the ruck, immediately tackled, ball spills free, that's play on. Even though that was paid, that would be the old interpretation. Unless you consider he's just dropped it. In my belief, that one was just a play on example. So the South ruckman has grabbed hold of the Sturt player, put him out of the contest before he goes to the ball. So both ruckmen must be able to contest the footy. If not, why not? Any comments or questions about any of that? All pretty self-explanatory.
Other than the big guys that don't jump don't like it too much.
Yep. So the big guys that don't jump got away with blue murder before we tightened it up last year. So again, just a reminder on those situations, if they choose to cross the line of where the ball's going up, that could be in the middle or around the ground. If they block the other ruckman's contest at the ball and the other ruckman doesn't touch the ball, then you pay a free kick.
Colin.
Yep.
Yeah, just on that, I think it was the Nord Torrens one where the guy paid holding. Could that equally been a block? Because it looked like the Nord ruckman just went back and blocked.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that when you were, thought someone might say something like that. Look, if you believe that he has gone across the line to block him, then you paid against him. There's someone, Balderson, I think he's playing for Payneham these days. So, yeah, he does use his body. He's got a big frame. He does use it. If you are of the belief that he has moved across the line and therefore blocking the other ruckman, you can pay a free kick.
It's got to be across the line, like he's moved back from the ball where the ball.
Yeah, so when I say across the line, it could be around the ground, across the line of where the ball goes up. So where the ball's going up, think of that as a line going down to the ground. And if he crosses that line and blocks the ruckman from being able to jump at the ball, then and therefore can't touch the ball, that's where you pay a free.
Okay.
If you want any examples, just go back to the interpretations video on that one. All right, just a reminder, like really the idea of that interpretations video is we set the standard at the start of the year. We don't have rules of the week. We don't change our interpretation. If ever you need to just remind yourself of what the expectations are, go back and have a look at that video. Yeah. All right, Josh, looks like you're getting attacked there by your dog, mate. So here.
Yeah, just trying to get him off me.
Trying to lick you to death, eh? All right. If that's not all, we'll wind it up and see you on Wednesday and back again next Monday night for Eleni, which will be great.
Can you hear me or not? No.